I worked out at a few schools. I worked out at a lot of community colleges and Rochester College over by Detroit. I don't know, and then when I went down to Goshen for my visit, it just seemed perfect. Like the coach, Coach Young, I mean, he's really accepting. I think he appreciates my work ethic and everything that I've done to develop as a player. And he decided to give me a shot. And if you're good enough that you deserve a spot on a roster, you can be proactive and go get it. I mean, coming from Constantine, I was really under-recruited. All of us were, you know, our sophomore year, Cody, Perry, and I, we all got moved up, and you know, we didn't get any looks then even. Or our junior year, we were 1-19. No, nobody's looking at that, but you know, and then we had a breakout season last year. Team accolades are a big deal to me, and I knew if we wanted to win, we were going to have to make sacrifices. And one of those things is, you know, like I used to just run the floor, catch and shoot, and I had to do a lot more last year. You know, bringing the ball down the court, handling the pressure, you know, talking to people, being a leader, and just taking a lot of other things into mind besides just catching and shooting. And you know, talking to coach, talking to some college players that I've played with, you know, my cousin obviously, and some coaches that I had talked to, you know, I was gonna have to be able to do those things to fit into a college roster. So I just worked on a lot of things over the summer, ball handling, and just tried to become a good point guard that could still shoot a little bit. I mean, obviously we didn't do everything we wanted to do, but I mean, we came a long way, and I was really happy with everything that we had done in the past season. Coach Frisbee has done a lot. I mean, he changed us not only as players but as people, and you know, that helps a lot when you have someone there that is showing you what you have to do to win and the way you have to act in public wherever you are, and that all just comes together, and I think that's what's happening with Constantine basketball. You know, a lot of kids are in a losing program and they move. I thought about moving. I know Cody thought about moving as well, and it's like we worked for it. Perry as well thought about moving, but you know, we just came together and we're like, we're just going to work for this and see what we can do, and we made some noise, and that feels a lot better than just joining some winners. You know, I feel like a lot of kids take the easy route and just, you know, commute a little bit farther, and that's just what happens. But I'm 100% glad that we stayed and ended up doing what we did. When we won the KVA championship in here, and then they came over the speaker and said that K Christian had lost to Hackett and we were the outright champions, I was ecstatic, and everybody just kind of went ecstatic. That was a great moment, but there were a lot more moments in here behind the scenes that were great as well. I mean, coming in here, you know, Cody and I and a couple other guys would always come in here and it'd just be us, and then all of a sudden, you know, 4 or 5 guys would walk in, hey, let's practice. You know, those are the moments that nobody really sees that make a leader really feel good. Someone's going to have to step up and lead. I know Tyler, you know, Tyler Shank, and Devin Knight, a kid that didn't get to have a lot of minutes last year, but will now step up and take the point guard role. And I mean, he was a good player. He's always been a good player, and he's really gutty and gritty. You know, he just kind of drew the short end of the stick last year. But I think those 2 guys can step up. I know Anthony Bontrager is going to have to step up and shoot the ball a lot more than he has ever done, and he's going to have to contribute to some production. All those guys, every bit of that team is just going to have to get gritty and get gutty, and I know they can do it.